Start in 2 Samuel chapter 9, and before I really do any layout on this message, I want to read two verses. One from chapter 9 and a couple, or at least one from chapter 10. Look at 2 Samuel 9:1. Now David said, "Is there still anyone who is left of the house of Saul, that I may show him kindness for Jonathan's sake?" Now, 2 Samuel chapter 10, verse 2. Then David said, "I will show kindness to Hanun, the son of Nahash, as his father showed kindness to me." So David sent by the hand of his servants to comfort him concerning his father. And that's the part, that kindness part's the part I really want to focus in on. I want you to note the contrast between 2 Samuel 9:1 and 2 Samuel 10:2. And they're back-to-back chapters, which means the author is showing us a glimpse into the life of King David. David gets in this mode of expressing kindness, and primarily to people who have been his enemy. The house of Saul had been his enemy. Nahash the Ammonite had been an enemy of the Israelites. Saul from chapter 9, Nahash from chapter 10. So listen to it again. I want to show kindness for Jonathan's sake. That's chapter 9. I want to show kindness on behalf of my friend Jonathan. And then in chapter 10, I want to show his father kindness. I want to show him kindness because his father showed kindness to me. One of the kindnesses is for Jonathan's sake. The other kindness is because he was kind to me first. Think about how different those are. I want to be kind to the house of Saul because I love Jonathan, and Jonathan loved me. This is covenantal kindness. In fact, that kindness there speaks directly to the kind of kindness that branches forth from a covenant. And then the next one, I want to show kindness because the Father was kind to me. I call this reciprocal kindness. I'm nice to you. I'm nice to your son because you were nice to me. They are they're both kindness, but they're two different sources of kindness. And I find it fascinating that the narrative put them back to back. I think the Holy Spirit's trying to show us something. He puts back to back two stories of kingly kindness. That the king of Israel is being kind to people. And in one instance, it's directly a result of a covenant, and in the other instance, it's directly a result of someone having been kind to him. So I think the Holy Spirit's trying to show us what I would call a contrast in kindness. A kindness birthed from a foundation of covenant, and a kindness birthed from you were good to me, I'm going to be good to you. Or as I think of it, a kindness birthed from the kingdom perspective of we have a king, we have a covenant, and we are inheritors of that covenant. And so our lifestyles are reflections of our king, versus I'm good to people who are good to me because that's the way society works. And if you're good to me, I'll be good to you. But if you're bad to me, well, the best I can promise you is that I'm not going to necessarily be bad to you, but I'm probably not going to be as good to you. And those are two entirely different ways to carry yourself through the world. And I don't think it's a coincidence that the Holy Spirit puts them back to back in the book of 2 Samuel. Here's David, who has the authority. He's the man who can do the most good on the earth as king. He can also do the most wrong, for sure. He has the power to express himself. So what does he do? He's stricken with this need to be kind, and we're going to walk through the Mephibosheth story in a little bit, try to round it out. And then I think that kindness sort of takes over, and he decides, yeah, I'm going to be kind to someone else too. And he moves into, I think we get an example of what happens when you move into a kindness that is based upon what's been done to you.